currently live in Emporium in the Philippines. I want to say magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat. And for the people in the US watching this live at the Emporium, good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to at least check it out. Check us out. Emporium is a unique US base, the first of its kind. Okay, the first of its kind. It's a Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its purpose is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And Emporium is actually a physical place. Like I said, that's where I'm at right now. It's located at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602 in Los Angeles, California. So if you want to come and visit, please do so. We welcome you. Just go ahead and let us know when you're coming. Thank you. But what the Live Emporium is, this is one of the tools that we use to create the awareness, the sales opportunities by people watching, and hopefully organically, or what we're doing on social media is reaching other people. And I think it is. At the end of the day, what we want is that awareness creation. Okay, so that's what Live at the Emporium is. And today it is packed full of amazing stuff. Happy Thursday, everyone. This is Ferdinand Soriano, and you are watching Live at the Emporium. And for those people who have never, ever seen an episode of Live at the Emporium, let me go ahead and make sure that I'm not on mute. I always do that in the beginning of each show. So anyway, it looks like I'm good. Now, for those who have never heard of Emporium, and let alone what Live Emporiums, let me go ahead and just do a brief summary of that, just like in the intro said. Emporium is the first of its kind US-based Philippine-made product, and it's Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center located in Los Angeles, California. And to be exact, it's located at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602 in Los Angeles, California, 90010. And its main purpose, simply put, even though technically there's a lot more to Emporium, simply put, its main purpose or objective is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, investments, and services in the U.S. market. So, like I said, it's not just a showroom, but it's a lot of many other things. But if you want to go ahead and sort of put your finger on it or label it in any way in terms of what is it, you're thinking, what is Emporium? That's mainly what it is. Okay, so today is this is our special edition. We normally lean into doing a lot of live demos because that's how we create awareness. But today is actually a holiday in the Philippines. It's Immaculate Conception. So with that being said, normally I have it at the Live at Emporium, but it's closed today. So the government offices in Los Angeles and all places throughout the United States for the Philippine government is closed, and I am doing it at the comfort of my home office. Today's episode, by the way, just so that you know, it's called Effective Tips. Just want to make sure that you guys are watching the right show and why you're watching the right show. It's called Effective Tips in Selling Philippine-Made Products on Amazon and other e-commerce platform. Okay, that's going to be an exciting thing because it's one thing to source products from the Philippines, but you got to know how to sell it effectively here in the U.S. market. And speaking of the U.S. market, I just want to go ahead and find out. I told you where I'm located. We're in Los Angeles, California normally, right? But I want to know if you're watching this now, I want to know where you're watching this. Are you in the Philippines? And if you're in the Philippines, let us know as far as where you're at in the Philippines, what province, what barangay. And also, if you're in the U.S., let us know, where are you calling from? Are you you're watching, are you watching in the U.S.? What city, what state? Again, so we kind of want to know where we're reaching. And also, this is a show about you guys also, the people watching, because we want your feedback. This is not just about a bunch of talking heads talking about all these things. Throughout the show, if you have some sort of perspective, something that can help us sell or create more awareness for Philippine products, please go ahead. We welcome you to do that. If you have a business in the Philippines that you want to get some airplay, or rather, you want to put it on chat, I'll put it on the air. Let's acknowledge it. And if you have a business here selling Philippine-made products, services, or investments in the U.S. market, please chime in also and let us know where you're calling from and what's the name of your company, and we'd like to feature on the air. Okay. So with that being said, I'm excited. I really am, because of the fact that Again, sourcing, shipping is amazing. We, Emporium does that, but selling also. We need to find outlets for Philippine made products. And today I have an amazing well, I have a dynamic duo of a couple. These two are amazing in the way that they're doing a lot for Philippine made products also, but not just that. They've created themselves sort of a burgeoning empire of knowing how to sell products online, logistics, and also sourcing, right? So let me tell you a little bit about them, and then I'll leave it alone. I'll give it to them and let them fully introduce themselves. But from what I've researched and what they've gathered from them, they are a seven-figure Amazon seller. Both still, mind you, have full-time jobs. So I don't know how these guys do it. They have two kids, and then what I really like about them is they have the the same affinity to anything marketing. They're marketing students, lifelong, marketing students, just like me. They also like to, like Russell Brunson when it comes to click funnels, Tony Robbins as far as motivation. So that's why I think we click. And then when I first reached out to them, they were one of the big pieces of the jigsaw puzzle that we're trying to create, which is to create a lot more Philippine, made products awareness, and they're going to play an integral role. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. So without further ado, let me go ahead. They have four companies, by the way, so I'll mention the first two. The name of the company is Fast Forward Prep Center, and the other one is Amazon Seller Pal. These are the CEO, and I don't know which one who's doing which role in each company. I think one of them are CEO in one of them, each one of them. Let me go ahead and introduce Nat Flores and Ava Angela. Hi
Hi,
guys.
Ferdinand.
Hi, Ferdinand. Hi, everyone. Good
I
evening for people here in
excited
the
for
US.
guys
And
to finally. Well, I'm excited to finally have you guys here. Okay, so I promised myself that I would do all that introduction, but also give you guys plenty of time and go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and about what the company is about, where you guys are at. So the basic stuff that you would find on Google. Those are the things that you probably I want you to go ahead and do. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the camera and the microphone and go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. Hi. Hi. Thank you, Ferdinand, for the brief introduction. I'm Ava Angela Flores, and this is my husband, Nate Flores. We lived here in Florida for almost 15 years now and we have two small kids. I'm a physical therapist by profession, and Nate works in a power plant.
Yep.
And we were excited to share our entrepreneurial journey and how we found success in e-commerce and how we utilized Amazon as a platform while keeping our full-time jobs all throughout those.
Mhm.
And for of course we have been raising two
Two
small
kids.
kids as well
Hmm.
throughout those journey. So we're just so excited to share that, and hopefully you can be inspired with our story as well. So I'm Ava, and then we started selling in Amazon since 2016.
Hmm.
While I just gave birth with my second daughter, so just a baby, and then that's how we really conceptualized or how we really started our business
Business.
or being
Yep.
an entrepreneur. So it's like, okay, we're gonna do this, and then we both decided to figure out how we can have a side hustle.
And now become your full-time
Yeah, full
business.
time. So that's how we started. So we
I
take
think,
her.
Ferdinand, you're muted.
No, I was going to say that this become almost your full-time hustle to a certain degree. So it's not even a
Yeah.
hustle anymore. It's a way of life with you guys.
So we started exploring e-commerce by then, and then we started selling in Amazon everything that you can think of, from supplements, vitamins, flour, books, from everything to anything. We sell those products in Amazon. And then during the pandemic, I was doing all the packaging myself because it was a lockdown, and there's not a lot of people that can do the workforce for Amazon. So we're doing all the packaging, prepping, shipping, And then that's how I really learned how to do everything. So, and then all our inventory are in our garage and in our house.
Yeah.
So then it gave me an idea. I was like, okay, I'm gonna rent a warehouse, a
Yeah.
small warehouse
And
that
we
can,
will talk that about more later. Then we'll show them like
yeah,
from this side hustle how you could grow.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think Ferdinand,
huh,
right?
No, I think what you guys are doing, without giving away all your other information that we're going to go into other segments,
Uh-huh.
you have so much. You have so much to. I'm like bursting out of the seam here. I want to tell everything that you guys do because you're like superheroes to a certain degree, right? Because what I mean by that is not only from what you're doing, but how you're doing it. Because both of you guys have full-time jobs, so I don't know what kind of
Yeah.
drink or food that you eat. You're probably taking some of that supplement too, right?
Yeah. And we will share, Ferdinand, we will share the technique
later.
that later how you could do it without quitting your job, but at the same time, while you're doing this, you're building your empire. At the same time, you help your our fellow Filipinos.
And then
Well,
how
that's
we're
see,
able to
you
raise
could do
kids.
you could do this thing what you're doing like we're interviewing now, but that's what makes it sort of customized for the Filipino Americans, but as well as Filipinos in the Philippines. Only
Yep.
because I feel like in the Philippines, anybody watching this, they should be excited to know that you're about to tell them how to work Amazon to their success for their products that are currently in the Philippines. But for anyone here who either is trying to think about how to do business in Amazon, whether selling non-Filipino products, but we definitely want to encourage them to sell Philippine-made products through Amazon, right?
Right. And the opportunity that we will share, the knowledge that we will share, the learning that we will share is, like you said, not only for people here in the US, but at the same time,
With our fellow
Filipinos.
Filipinos.
And that's what we're doing it right now. And
And then
mhm.
that's our main driver, that's our main motivation. And then I think at the back of our mind, we know we empathize with all our struggles, how we can really have a breakthrough in our lives. So because it had changed our lives, it had changed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we were able to help a lot of people doing this, and at the back of our mind, it's our main motivation to really help our fellow Filipinos too.
Yep. And
Yeah.
just to give a brief, like Ferdinand said, we're managing 4 companies, but really, I don't know if our screen is shared, Ferdinand, or not.
Yeah, what we'll do is don't give it away yet. Let's go ahead and give it away on the second after we
Okay,
do the
okay.
after we do the yeah after we
I'm
go
also
on a break.
excited.
No, I know,
Like
I know you're excited, but I
yeah,
want them
like
to stay tuned. I want them
uh-huh,
to stay tuned and wait
yeah,
for it. So this way,
like
that's what we're doing. But before we go into that break, let's just
uh,
like finish off this segment that to me, the importance of helping not only Filipinos, obviously, but anyone in general who wants to have sort of a lifestyle that you guys have already done. I mean, technically, the way you guys are going, you even you even created 4 companies, right? Those are
yep,
like kids
mhm,
also, right? And
Yeah.
you each part of what you've done so far can mean a lot to a Philippine manufacturer or anybody here because if you're trying to get into e-commerce, both of you have already created all of
mhm,
the components needed to have a business in e-commerce. Not only have you done the sourcing, you've done logistics, you've done how to price or do arbitrage, retail arbitrage on Amazon. So all of that. And then on top of that, I just happen to be coming along and going, hey, why don't we help Filipinos also,
yeah,
bring their products, right?
uh-huh,
That's what I'm trying to do with you guys. So before we
and,
do that,
yeah,
go ahead and make a last comment, then I'm going to go on a quick break.
yep. So yeah, we're very excited to share that. Like I said, the opportunity that or the knowledge that we have that you could how to start and grow your own business as a side hustle and make it your full-time job or a
Yeah.
company.
Yeah,
So
and then it also, of course, enables us to have financial freedom, financial independence, and the flexibility of time to raise our kids as well. and it gave us an ability to really change other people's
Yep.
lives doing this.
We're excited.
So we're just so happy to share our.
I know both of you guys are excited. Jiro, who's an average watcher, he's always watching. He's actually there now, really wanting to understand how to sell on Amazon. And again, so I'm going to take a quick break. But by the way, again, if you guys are watching this from the Philippines, let us know. This is going to be an amazing thing. And if you're watching now in the Philippines and you want to share it, this is something that you want to share. This is real time information. As much as I appreciate everything that you're probably learning from the Philippines, this is real time stuff that you want to learn if you're trying to export your products, as well as if you're already here, understand the little nuances of how to work the Amazon, because these two wonderful dynamic duo is already doing that. So I want to say hello to April Gay also. She's watching from Medellin, Cebu, and Jiro is watching here in the Inland Empire. Thank you so much, guys. And then we'll go on a quick break. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick break, guys, and then sit tight. And here we go.
It's a beautiful day. No worries today. Cool breeze outside my window. This is the life. You're set for life. Just loving life. Retiring style with SB.
I love the fact. Well, I just want to tell you that SP Agbayani is one of the collaborators that we have to promote Philippine made. I should say Philippine made products, Philippine investments. So she has a show with us here at Live at the Emporium where she talks about how to buy properties in the Philippines and retire in style. So she's one of the supporters, and I'm hoping that this dynamic duo will continue to do the same thing with us. So if you just tuned in, for all those who just tuned in, you're watching Live at the Emporium. It's a special edition. And for those who are tuning in, the working title of our show today is called Effective Tips in Selling Philippine-Made Products on Amazon and other e-commerce platform. And today, well, my name is Ferdinand. I'm your host for this Live Emporium edition, live special edition. And my guest today, you're going to get a lot from them. You know, I think they're money as far as I'm concerned. So let me go ahead and reintroduce them. I want to go ahead and introduce the CEO of Fast&Forward Prep Center, as well as Amazon Seller Pal, among other companies that they formed. Please welcome Nat, Flores, and Angela. Angela. Sorry, I'm talking too fast, guys. So besides, I do that on purpose, so they'll know it's not a perfect production. But I'm just glad they're all tuned in. So if you're watching anywhere from the Philippines or here in the U.S., please go ahead and let us know and what type of business you guys have, and just go ahead and put it in the chat. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen. All right, guys. So now this next 15 minutes that we're going to talk about. Let's talk more about how you guys started. We're going to show some slides, right? Are we showing some slide, Nat?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take myself out of the picture so you can go ahead and remove that. So tell us how you started, and then get into this slide that you have, and tell us what this all means. Okay.
Do you want me to do
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Okay, I'm going to be doing it. So you can see on our slide that we have diversified our companies into different business entities, but with our core is Amazon.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, it's more of an e-commerce industry, and we started as a seller, and then during the pandemic, that's how we found. And that's how we got into warehousing, which is the Fast&Forward Prep Center, where we catered, or where our clients are Amazon sellers itself.
Mhm.
So we are responsible in prepping, packaging, shipping, and logistics. Basically, it's the logistics company for the Amazon sellers. So all of our clients are Amazon sellers. 1% of which are Walmart and eBay sellers as well. So we are into logistics with the Fast and Forward. And the other one is the Amazon Seller Pal, where we help Amazon sellers create their own product page
Not only
in Amazon.
not only Amazon sellers, like if you're in the Philippines
Yeah.
and
If you want to
you want to
sell,
sell your products on Amazon, we could help you like how to
how to
market
launch.
your how to launch your products in Amazon successfully. And
Good.
then uh the dollar profit mastery, which is
Okay.
yeah,
So that's Amazon Seller Pal, where we can help fellow sellers to launch their products in Amazon,
and people
introduce,
without knowledge,
yeah,
from like zero
zero
knowledge.
zero knowledge, zero Amazon knowledge, no e-commerce background. We can really help you and introduce you to Amazon selling. So that's Seller Pal. Another thing we have, the
That's
last
where we
one,
started the PF sourcing.
yeah.
I'll go to the next slide.
No, the dollar profit mastery. Okay,
Yeah.
so the next one that we have diversified and ventured out is dollar profit mastery, and I think a lot of Filipinos are familiar with this because we launched this program. It's a modular course for fellow Filipinos. It was launched this year, June, by in collaboration with Lish Aquino. That's the queen of Amazon in the Philippines. So we collaborated with her and we launched a course introducing Amazon to the Philippines on how to sell in Amazon US.
Yep.
Okay, so that's how these are
Yeah.
the our companies that we wanna, passionately wanna introduce to you,
But
because of course that's gonna be a major driver for all of us, that we can change, we can help our fellow entrepreneurs.
everything was started from
Amazon selling.
yeah, PF sourcing, which is what we do is
Ayaw change.
there you go. So that's where we started the PF sourcing. We do online arbitrage, wholesale, and private label. So online, yeah,
These are the three different business models of Amazon. I just
selling
want
in Amazon.
Amazon selling. So as I think not a lot are aware that there's different business models for Amazon. And these are just want to make you familiarize with it. And it's online arbitrage, wholesale, and private label. And again, you can also, these are the things that we are doing as a Amazon seller.
That's where we
And
started.
yeah, so these are all under PF sourcing solutions. And so and then a lot of private label sellers are importing or sourcing products from China and also in the Philippines, because we have a lot of resources.
So
And
how did we start the company? So yeah, we like a while ago, like what we mentioned, that we both working full time at the same time. Yeah, we were. I mean, not to brag, but we're making
full-time job.
good full time job. She's working on a medical field. I'm working on a local utilities here, which paying good. But at the same time, we wanted a better opportunity, right?
Because I
So
think
we like, why we not start? Actually, she started a lot of companies, also local companies like nursing home health.
home health agencies,
Yeah,
sari-sari store, Filipino stores. I started a
yeah.
lot of
But
businesses.
and
And
then it's hard to start because if you're working full time, how you gonna
have
do
to
it?
manage.
Yeah, how you gonna do it because you're working full time. So we venture out into online. We tried drop shipping. We tried our own website, and then like we pay so many we paid so many courses just to get started with this company. So we started with a Amazon course. that's how we started.
And
And
I
mhm,
think it's just good to know, to point out that we really thrived in e-commerce because we have the flexibility of time in working in the comforts of our house, in our comforts of our home, while raising two small kids. So I think we found our niche, we found our passion, and we found what really needs with the lifestyle that we have
uh-huh.
right now. So I think it's also good to, to share it with you, because a lot of people are really into it too. They want to know how we did it, and one of the question there is, how did you start your companies? It's just by knowing what you are capable of and learning more of it, uh and then knowing of the lifestyle that it can provide you with.
Yeah.
But for us, we are limited with our time,
Yep.
right?
So that's where we're going. Like that would be the first tip that we could give for people that working full time. That you are here in the US, you're working full time. How you could start your own company. This is our that would be
Yeah,
our first tip. What are you gonna do? Hire a
yeah, hire a VA,
hire a BA.
because
So
it's important to note for them
nah,
to. I think it's an inspiration or a motivating story that we don't have a lot of time because we don't have helpers in the US, di ba? So we don't have helpers, and then we're just juggling our 9 to 5 job, balancing, and I think, while having a life too.
yep.
But at the back of our mind, our goal, our motivation is like, okay, we want to change our lives for the better.
Mhm.
And then at the same time, we want the freedom, ba, na
Yeah.
that's always our dream, no? We want this, you want a better life that you deserve, that you want, and at the same time help your family back in the
In the Philippines.
Philippines. So I think that was our really main motivation. Every day we wake up, we have to do this, we have to really change something for
Yeah.
our
So
lives, ba?
to summarize it, how to start a company online. What you're gonna do is once you learn the like what we did is we learned the knowledge on how to sell on Amazon, and then the secret sauce is you hire a BA, and then
Outsource,
outsource what you did here in the Philippines, right?
so you can multiply
So that you could
yourself.
scale yourself. But at the same time, so when we started, of course, selling, wholesaling or retail is it's a capital intensive
No, I
job.
know that's, I'm gonna
Intensive.
go ahead and interject that whether you realize it or not, I'm listening to you intently and how you started it, even though technically I think you might have told me this already, but listening to it again, I find that there's so many, because I was about to ask you, what were your challenges? What was your purpose, right? Because we're going to end this segment of it, and I want to go ahead and make sure that whoever's watching, they understand what you did. I mean, we're talking about sacrifice. You're not only about the money, but the time that you did. Those were your challenges. But at the end, you were definitely motivated to make some things happen, because what you did was you did make the sacrifice in time and the money, because you also your family there too to a certain degree, but now you're reaping those rewards, those benefits, and you're harvesting them. But again, the message I think that the people that are watching this is that it's possible.
Yep,
You
it's
didn't have
doable.
to, right? You didn't have to do that because you already, like you said, already have a good job, but you felt like you still needed to have something that was more suited to how you really want to live your life. And that's what I think, that's what it is. From that perspective, I think that's amazing. So with that being said, I'll let you end the segment with that before I go into the next one. But if you're again watching the show and you want to tell us where you're watching it from, or you have a feedback for Nat and Ava, you have any questions, please type it in, and I'll go ahead and make sure that at the last segment of this hour, we get to answer those questions. So please go ahead and do that. Let us know where you're watching, what's the name of your company, and then if you have any questions. So let's go ahead and end this segment by capping off or wrapping up or summarizing this part where how you started the company, and if there's anything else you want to add on to that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just that follow your passion, and then what motivates you every day, and everything, every hard work, every sacrifices, every difficulty or challenges it's gonna pay off at the end, and it's all gonna be worth it. So just keep pushing forward and take action on what you have in your mind, then, because it's just gonna be all worthwhile.
Perfect. So on our next segment, we're going to talk about some of your success stories because you guys do have a lot of them already, but we only have like 30 more minutes left. So maybe you can specifically tell us one that sticks to your mind and a lot of people might be inspired. So before you do that, let's go ahead and take a quick break and then we'll come back and do that whole that whole segment on success stories. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Born from our humble home and our desire to share true natural freshness with you, Lemoncito Concentrate with honey is the best there is. Rich in vitamin C, Lemoncito reinvents your mom's favorite tonic for a cold or sore throat into a delicious and nutritious drink. No additives, no artificial flavors, no preservatives, 100% natural. Lemoncito, deliciously nutritious.
Hi guys, we're back. That is one of our other sponsors, who their product is currently in the Emporium, Lemoncito. I can't wait until they send me new samples because the first time the first batch came in, a lot of people wanted to buy that product. So watch out for this product. They have new variant that's coming out in terms of combination, but it always has the base ingredient of calamansi. All right. So with that said, you are watching Live at the Emporium Special Edition. You are watching the segment. For those who may not have heard what you're watching, just to remind you, it's called Effective Tips in Selling Philippine-Made Products on Amazon and other e-commerce platform. My name is Ferdinand Soriano, your host for Live at the Emporium, and I am so excited that I wish we had more. Maybe we'll do that, more of a class, maybe hour or two on how to do all of this. And I am joined today by these two dynamic duos. I'm telling them that only because their names are Nat and Ava Angela, or Nat Flores and Ava Angela of Fast Forward Prep Center and Amazon Seller Pal. They're the CEO of these two companies, among two other companies that they have. So if you're watching, you're going to be amazed at what they're doing and what they're saying, and reach out if we don't cover what you want to know about about how to sell on Amazon and other platforms. But let me go ahead and bring them back. So, but before, please go ahead and chime in and let us know where you're watching. If you're watching from the Philippines or here, go ahead and do that. Name your business and also what type of question or you might have. So let me go ahead and bring back Nat and Ava.
Hi, we're
Hi,
back.
guys. Hello.
We're back again.
We're back. So
So,
let's go
yeah.
ahead. You talk about what I wrote down here: success stories. Now that we know who you guys are, what you do, how you started, let's get into specifics. Somebody watching out there, give them an idea on who you might have helped already, and give us some specifics on that.
Okay, so I'm so proud to share that maybe it's our little success story, but for me, it's a breakthrough for me, because before I was like, I want to really work hard and do this so I can retire early. So, and it happened. I was able to retire from a full-time job as a physical therapist. For I've been a physical therapist for all my life, and then recently I was able to quit my 9 to 5 job as a physical therapist, and now I'm full time with our businesses. So I think that was the major personal success for me. So everyone can relate, no? Everyone can relate, because a lot of us, it's at the back of our mind, I want to retire early and enjoy my young success, life of successes. But for me, that was the majority of it. And then at the same time, we were able to,
Help.
help a lot of our fellow Filipinos in the Philippines that wants to really launch their products and introduce Amazon US to them.
Mhm.
So we were
And
able
right
to,
now, how many students? Like more than 100
yeah,
students that.
yeah. Right now, since we started in June of this year, the year hasn't ended yet, less than 6 months, we were able to help at least 100 students selling in Amazon US. And they have their own mini success stories from them too. So I think I'm just so proud
Yeah.
to really share that with you. So personally, that was my main personal goal for
So what we do with them is what we did is we're teaching them fundamentals on selling on Amazon, and we're teaching them how we coach them how to sell like products. Start with online arbitrage, because online arbitrage is you could start at minimal capital, and then once you grow, you could do wholesale. And for companies in the Philippines, manufacturers in the Philippines that wanted to bring their product here in the US using Amazon platform, you could do this. I mean, those students that we have right now on Dollar Profit Mastery, they don't have any products, but they were able to sell their product in Amazon, and we're teaching them like how to. Aba is coaching them how to sell products on Amazon by gathering data. With this is like you gather the data first, and then you copy what products that already selling, and at the same time, aside from that, we have our own product that from the Philippines, and we successfully launch it in Amazon, and it's a coffee.
It's a coffee product.
It's a coffee product from the Philippines, and we launch it here in the US. So if you're a manufacturer in the Philippines and you wanted to launch your products like without third party, you control your own logistic, you control your own data. I mean, reach out, and we could help
introduce.
Launch your products on Amazon.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. And then and then at the same time, we want to share effective tips, no?
Yeah.
For how we found a winning product from the Philippines, because that's where we're able to do in the past. It's been few years now. I think 5 years now that we have imported products from the Philippines, specifically in Davao. We found a winning coffee product from Davao. We imported it here. We launched it in Amazon platform.
And the challenge that we have launching the product is the shipping. The shipping. But Ferdinand is here for that. I mean, later on we will we'll collaborate. But right now, that's we successfully launched that product here in the US. So if you're a manufacturer in the Philippines, or you have a products in the Philippines that wanted to launch here in the US, you will be amazed how easy it is to launch the product in the US, and then later on using Amazon sell it internationally, like Mexico, Canada, or UK, using an Amazon as a platform.
Okay.
And the thing is, we gather the data. We don't like guess like, oh, or we don't ask for a friend like, oh, do you think this would buy in? We're using a software or a third party software. Then you collect the data, and then you check if your competitor how they sold their products, and then you model what they do.
And then improve.
I want to interrupt you there, because every time I interview a potential Philippine company who wants to export their products here, that's the first issue that they have. They have no idea how to properly price their product, right? So right there, for anybody listening to this, that's important. I tell them occasionally, go to Amazon, just look at it and see it, casually. But the way you've done that is you know how to utilize the tools in Amazon to do that. So with that being said, tell us, like, specifically, like, for example, that Barako, or that coffee. I don't know if it's Barako. Okay, I'm assuming it is. But if it isn't, how did you figure out how much to sell that product, and what what are the tools? If you can do it, I know you can't explain everything, but if you can just give a sort of a point, or or like a bullet point on what is it, that one concept of how you would use that tool to know how to price the product and still be profitable, Nate and Ava.
You have first, of course, you have to study your competitors, the competitive pricing, what they have.
Yeah,
For example,
yeah,
Barako Coffee, you have to study the
you,
direct competitor, and then you study the pricing,
we use a
the
software to
average,
scrape.
yeah, the average price that they have, of course, for your competitor. And from there, you're gonna gather the data of it, how many milligrams, what's the materials they're using. And from there, you have to factor in the shipping logistics of it coming from abroad, and then the Amazon fees that you have to pay, and the actual
How
product
much?
cost of the item.
But to start with, like coffee, so what we do is we use the keyword coffee, and we scrape the data for all the coffee, right? We scrape the data for all the coffee, and then we check which one is the best seller,
The
and then
keywords.
the keywords for that, and then we source the we source the product, and then, like Abba said, you use the calculator. And to summarize is, you need to price your product that you make money, right? Because you would be surprised that there are people in there that selling their product for a loss, just to just
To
to
dispose, to
just
sell
to
it.
just to sell, right? So the first thing is, uh the categories. That's what we do. We scrape the data using a third party software on Amazon, and then we once we scrape the data, we check the data. We remove the one that is not profitable, and then we check, like, from there, because with using the third party software, from there you could estimate how many
Sales.
sales you could make in a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you just say that? Like, that software that you use, you could sort of forecast how much the potential for that particular product? Wow.
Yep.
You know
And
how
then
many,
that's where okay. Uh, Go ahead.
I was just going to tell you, do you know how many Philippine manufacturers would die to have that information? Because that's exactly what they're looking for all the time. See, the thing with exporters is that they want to send the products, but a lot of them are very fearful that they're not going to make any money. People not going to like it, and they need to convince that it's worth for them to invest in getting the product here, right? That's the problem. They don't. I don't know if that's a problem, or they're just fearful. I mean, I think I would be the same thing. I would be the same thing. But you guys can figure out, with the use of this tool, you can do all of that, right?
Yep. We could get the estimate from there, and then if you need to pursue or not, right? Because remember,
Wow.
this big companies, they use data to sell a product. I mean, when I was young, that I thought, like, oh, just the gut feeling. But nowadays you need to use data. Data is
Yeah.
yeah, to be able to grow or scale your company, or to be able to grow your branch, you need to use data. To you need to gather data before you launch your product or sell your product.
Wow. Okay. We're getting into the end of this segment about success stories. So far, what I've learned from both of you is that you've seen the results of the fruits of your labor, right? You know that, and you've helped a lot of people figure out what products, how to source them. That's why you created Dollar Profit Mastery, and all of those. And then now you just left everyone watching probably with their mouth open, going, "You could do that." Because at the end, that's what it is. If you can mitigate the risk of exporting, a lot more Philippine manufacturers will go out and take that chance. I think these are the kind of messages that we need to bring to the Philippine manufacturers too, and also the government. I'm going to throw the government in there. I think if they know that you can do all of that by reading the data, they would probably be excited to throw money into it, right? Because it's a great product. You have all the data. Who wouldn't? It's almost like I hate to say gambling, but you have some sort of inside information on a
Yep.
stock, and you guys have done that. So a lot more people are doing that. So okay, let me end this session or that segment. But if you want to end it with a thought by capping off this segment of success story, go ahead and do that, and then we'll go into a quick break. Go ahead and end the
So
segment for me.
okay. So if you're thinking like me, like any fellow sellers, if you're thinking about launching or introducing your products in Amazon platform, then I have tips for you. First is, of course, you want to have a product that you love and that you believe in and you're passionate about, right? That would become your baby product. It's like a baby that's very important and it's very, you're passionate about sharing it to the world. And so found that niche, found that winning product of yours that you really believed in, that you worked really hard for. Then next is study your competitors, how they're really ranking in Amazon selling, and then find the right keywords to rank your own product and for marketing the product itself in Amazon. And last one is to optimize your store in Amazon and launch your products effectively. I think that's how we did it, and how we can also share the ways how we did it. And then that's the main thing,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Create a
Perfect.
product that you love and take action.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm going to end this segment there. So this way, on the next one, for all those are still watching, please stay tuned. This is where I personally will enjoy this conversation, because it's a discussion on how these two dynamic duos will collaborate with Emporium to bring an elevation to Philippine manufacturers in terms of exporting their products. Because at the end of the day, the Philippines has so many great, amazing products, right,
Yep.
guys? And to me, why can't we continue to build a system or a platform that any Philippine manufacturer would die to want to be on, so that they can go ahead and expand their market? So with that being said, let me go to a quick break, and then we'll wrap it up with, let's talk about collaboration. All right.
Hi, my name is Ron, and this is Teofilo Coffee Company. Where we drink coffee black.
Yeah.
Hi guys, we're back. This is the last segment of the hour. We're talking collaboration, and before we get into the collaboration topic, then let's go ahead and remind you who what you're watching. So make sure you're actually watching the right video or content or show. You're watching Live at the Emporium. This is a special edition. I am your host. I am Ferdinand Soriano, co-founder of Emporium, and you're watching a segment called Effective Tips in Selling Philippine-Made Products on Amazon and other e-commerce platform. And today, I am so excited that because we're going to be talking about collaboration, the two people that has been on the show, has been with me now for the last 45 minutes. They are the CEO and creator of four amazing companies. They've already talked about a company called Dollar Profit Mastery, Amazon Seller Pal, Fast&Forward Prep Center, and also PF Sourcing Solutions. So they've just been with me for the last 45 minutes talking about how to be successful on Amazon. And they've proven it, they've shown it. Go to their website. If you want to go ahead and talk to them, and they've done classes, and they've been with influencers in the Philippines talking about the whole thing. And I'm excited because they actually want to collaborate with Emporium. I'm so excited. You don't even know how excited I am, because doing promoting Philippine-made products, investment and services in United States is not a small task. It can't be done by one company. I'm promoting not only this platform, but also the whole concept or spirit of collaboration. And I love about them is because, like I said, in the top of the hour, they have the same mindset as me as marketing, talking about motivation, talking about the right mindset. So now let's dive deep a little bit into our collaboration and what they feel collaborating would benefit the Filipino Americans as well as anyone who's want to do business here in the U.S. as well as the Philippine businesses who want to create opportunities here in the U.S. market. So with that said, let me go ahead and bring back the two dynamic duos that I've been referring to the whole time here, Nat and Eva Flores of all those companies that I just mentioned: Fast and Forward Prep Center, Amazon Seller Pal, PF Sourcing Solution, and Dollar Profit Mastery. Welcome back, guys. We're in the home stretch. We are now about the collaboration. So you guys start. You probably thought I was some weirdo calling you, trying to talk to you about promoting products, right?
No, I mean it's good, and
It was also God's way
Nat
of
had to
really.
think about it. Maybe he is a weirdo.
No, it was just a perfect timing, no? It was
yeah,
just a perfect timing that we are really venturing out
like
and we are creating opportunities how we can really help. And then I think we are the bridge, right? We are
and
with partnering with Emporium.
mhm.
We are the bridge there on how we can from the manufacturers of Philippines and Emporium and us and then Amazon or any other platforms in the
Yeah.
US,
And,
right?
and prior to like talk to Ferdinand, prior to talk to Ferdinand, I tasked one of my BA to source Philippine made product and we could bring it here in the US. That's prior to talk to Ferdinand, and then like all of a sudden I saw that my uh my feeds about Ferdinand Limoncito and like oh like so I miss it like I like and then I talked to him and like yeah and then like yeah like I told him like you have a bigger dreams and I wanted to be
Part of it.
part of it to helping Filipino manufacturer at the same time helping Filipino brands to be showcased in the US and
Yeah, because
yeah
why not,
yeah
right? Why not? If anyone can do it all over the world and then they're really into it na, di
uh-huh.
ba? So I mean, why not? The Philippines has very rich in resources,
and
and I think it's just about time now that we can really introduce Philippine market to them.
yep
And there's so much products that we are proud of, Philippine made, right?
and the challenge is like I mentioned we have our own products that we launch here in the US and at the same time we still have a lot of products that we wanted to bring here in the US but the problem is and that's where Ferdinand expertise is and the problem is like how you shipping from the Philippines going here in the US is cost a lot of money even to the small box and I mean so
And then through Emporium
yeah
2, he introduces us with so many manufacturers itself, right?
yeah
We don't really have to find
and not only
manufacturers.
manufacturer they are like I check the profile of manufacturers and they're really like
Yeah, been
you will be
selling well.
proud of
Yeah,
you not be ashamed for the product that you represent here
yeah, because
so
it
and
was
like
already a proven and tested product that has been selling very well in the
yep
Philippines and might as well try in the US market as well. And then
yeah.
I know they are already FDA approved by the
And
help of
mhm,
Ferdinand too. So we
yeah
know we're on the right track.
yep and like you see like right now the company that one of the company that we have the fast and forward prep centers so we're helping a lot of brand owners a lot of manufacturer especially abroad that they don't have any physical storage warehouse in the US. We're helping them. So if you're a manufacturer in the Philippines and you wanted to bring your products here in the US and you don't know how to bring it here, talk to Ferdinand. And then once it's get here, if you like having challenges where to store your products, we have a warehouse that's what we do right now. We have a warehouse. We keep our products, and at the same time, if you wanted to launch in Amazon and you don't know how to do it, we could guide you, we could teach you to do it in your own, or you could have us do it for you.
Yeah, distributors.
Yeah.
What you guys I like because you can I like it because when you guys talk you can be specific. Sometimes I like to think what we're all trying to build here is not just a way to sell products, but also a way of creating a big ecosystem for Philippine
Uh-huh.
made products. Because what we're doing with your part of it, it can be duplicated. I mean, because obviously we talked about Shopee and Lazada in the Philippines. In other countries, there's a lot of e-commerce platform that are doing this same thing as Amazon, that they're pretty popular there. But what I'm saying is that when you add Emporium, when you add shipping companies, and then you add digital marketers or sellers or e-commerce players like you a lot of that can be written, and then it can actually be put in other parts of the country, so that you're the architect, we're the ones creating, so to speak, and maybe putting this together. Because Emporium also, what it does is it's a physical showroom of all these
Yep.
products, right? Because the thing that on your diagram, if you see it, many times when it's a product from the Philippines, yeah, you could think it's great, as a distributor, right? But you have to let people experience the product before you even put it into Amazon or put it into a store. They have to
Mhm.
experience it. So you need to have a showroom, so to speak, like that. But that's one component. I'm not saying that's the everything, but that's just one component. And then on top of that, some of these people, some of these Philippine manufacturers, they want the products to be here also, and they're willing to invest in it. And that's where also where you come in, because you already have that. You already have the warehouses, and you're willing to have them. You're located in Florida, right?
Yep. We're in
And
Tampa,
yeah,
Florida.
yeah. So that's a lot of Filipinos there too. But that's not just I'm not just saying that because of the Filipinos, but that's a heavy population in terms of
Uh-huh.
Florida, right? So that's a good distribution center for a lot of these products in the East Coast, right?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, and
So
and you're correct. I think, there's a lot
no,
of
no, go ahead.
Filipino
Finish your
here.
thought. Finish your thought.
Yeah. No, no. I mean, I just wanted to add that my own metrics, that if there's a lot of Filipino in one community here in the US, if you got a Jollibee, so we have a Jollibee, so I think we have a lot of
There's
Filipinos.
there's two Jollibees
Yeah.
I haven't. I know it's already late there. It's 10 o'clock or something like that. Or yeah, it's 9 o'clock. I'm hungry, so don't talk about Jollibee because I'm gonna get something to eat right now after the show. But that's the truth, though. I mean, that's a big indicator of what market you guys are playing, and I'm hoping that we continue to build this platform that people in the Philippines will be attracted to be a part of, but also look upon Emporium working with Fast Forward Prep Center, Amazon Seller Pal, to educate them on that, because that's why I reached out to both of you. I don't claim to know everything. What we're trying to do is build this ecosystem, and it takes a lot of people with this amount of same mindset and energy and creativity like you guys have, that we need that to do this, and that's the reason why. So with that being said, let's go ahead and end the segment, and tell me exactly what you guys want to be able to tell the people that are watching this, either live or later on, when they see a recorded version of this. But what would you like to leave the people that are interested in exporting their products here, as well as people who want to build a business here in the US? Tell us about what you think Amazon and doing everything online is all about for you. What has it meant for you?
Well, of course, I just wanna, tell everyone that Amazon or selling abroad or selling in US is possible for everyone, anywhere in the globe, anywhere you live around the globe. It's possible, and it's really possible to really be successful in e-commerce, in the comforts of your home, in just with the use of the laptop, and you can work everywhere, and you can manage a legitimate company in the US working from the Philippines. So I think that's the vision that we have, that we want to impart, that it's really possible because we made it, we did it, and we're doing it.
Uh-huh.
and and that's the lifestyle that we have dreamed of. So we're just, we're just here to be of service to everyone that needs a lot of what do you call that?
If
Um,
yeah, for people that looking for a side hustle,
yeah,
like
or just
I
like,
think you're muted, Ferdinand, if you're talking.
No, I was just going to say what you guys are doing are just like I always say in the beginning, it's elevating Philippine made products, empowering them and educating them, and depending on the segment, also entertaining them, which that's what I do by acting like a goof.
Yep. Yeah, and at the same time, I wanted to like uh, put it out there that if you're wanted a side hustle, I mean, talk to Ferdinand for the Emporium for the products that he have right now in the showroom. For the people that wanted to start a side hustle, especially here in the US, that how you could launch it in Amazon, and then we could guide you. And if you're in the Philippines, you're a manufacturer, and you wanted to launch your products here in the US, talk to Ferdinand for the logistics going here. And once it get here, we will we will help you. We will guide you how to launch your products here in the US using Amazon as a platform. Not only in the US, later on, you could sell it internationally.
expand,
Yeah, you could
expand.
expand it. It's not hard
Yep.
as you think
So
to
to
launch a product.
summarize, to summarize what they just said, to me, I've always seen what we do as the three S's: sourcing, shipping, and selling. There's a lot of other stuff underneath all of that, but so those are the three S's. So we're trying to build and be good at sourcing products from the Philippines, shipping the products here because it makes a difference in terms of how to get it here compliantly. And last, these two are amazing at selling. So I'm excited for Emporium, and I'm excited for them because I think that if we continue to combine our efforts, then we're hoping that we continue to encourage a lot more Filipinos. And I always say this because this is corny, but it's true. If we can encourage a lot more exporting, bottom line, that creates jobs for
Yep.
Filipinos, right? That's the bottom line here. We all make a living, we all make money. Nat Ava makes money, I make money, and then if we could put that together and help out other people, obviously, the farmers, the make the product, the ingredients for the product, for anyone who is an arts and crafts manufacturer, we create that, and that's what everybody just wants to do. So that's probably my little corny comment, but it's the truth though.
It's
It's the
true.
real
Yep.
truth, right? But
Mhm.
right,
Yeah.
guys?
Yep. I totally
Okay.
agree.
So with that being said, let's end this segment. Thank you so much, both of
Oh,
you. Okay, thank you so much for going ahead and being able to impart this. But I still feel like we need to do a class. You guys need
yeah.
to do a class.
It's hard to squish it in 15 minutes.
Yeah, you can.
One
You
hour.
can.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can. And that's
Uh-huh.
why I'm hoping that under our collaboration, that's going to be part of what we can offer the people as far as that's concerned. Because there's going to be certain points that you're going to be very strong on, and there's going to be some things that I do. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. It's the collaboration. So I'm going to say goodbye here. If you guys want to say a brief goodbye to everybody, and hopefully
All right.
everybody who's been watching.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Ferdinand, for having us.
Oh, you're welcome, guys. Thanks, Nat. Thanks, Eva. I know it's 9 o'clock there, so thank you so much for giving us your time. And then I'll be in touch, and we'll go ahead and move on and trying to create that amazing platform.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Now, currently live in Emporium in the Philippines.